Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's Friday. Coffee with Priscilla, number 254, Financial Friday. So what are you thinking of these theme days anyway? I actually write a blog post for each of these days. I actually have pages. Good morning. I have pages on my, hey Roxanne, on my blog for each of these days. And so this one, hey Shell, Financial Friday. We all seem to always, be looking for opportunities, making money. I mean, money, in our day and age is just something we have to have. Listen, I have had a horrible relationship with money in my past. Because I would love to barter through life. That's how I would love to live my life. But it is what it is. So I just decided Friday is going to be Financial Friday. Let's start our weekend off, intentionally thinking about that and perhaps manifesting more of it and learning how to do that. So I have these cards, and what are they called? Where's the box? I don't know where the box is, but they're about manifesting money. Okay. And so we're going to draw one of those. We're going to hear from Velma. And I also have a love card from Louise Hay because, this is money. Some of it, I actually, there were 60 cards that came in this, and I went through and pulled out 34 of them. Now we'll pull them randomly, but I wanted to keep it towards the money spectrum, right? Really learning how to manifest money into our lives because so many people struggle, and it's really about, about our own beliefs, our own woes over money. And, we really are never taught how to handle money. I suppose some people are, but in general, we aren't taught that. So we're going to see about how we're going to manifest that, but then we're going to end with a tip that I can give you from my experience in the financial realm. So good morning, Kim. It will most likely be something involving credit, loans, maybe even real estate, who knows, financial in nature. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my throat this morning, but that's what Fridays are going to be. So hopefully you enjoy this. I sure hope so. This switching up of the Coffee with Priscilla was placed on my heart, and I'm going with it. So let's see what we pick today. Okay, what are we going to focus on today in regards to Financial Friday? Let's see. All right, here we go. What did we pick? Excuse me. I can set my own standards for financial well-being. Oh, that's a nice one. A nice first one to look at. Let's see what they have to say here. Once you are able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that is your desire. Gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about what you should do with it, for you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you know that you want. Okay, so see guys, it's really about finding out who you are, what's your true destiny, what are your gifts, because all your heart's desires, all your desires are placed within you already. They're there. We just have to cut out the noise and listen to ourselves, right? This is why I talk about getting quiet for 15 minutes every day. Listen, okay, I'm a firm believer. Whatever is supposed to happen usually happens. Not usually, always happens. Whatever is supposed to happen, happens. Whether you get upset or fearful or fretful or whatever in the middle of all of that, whatever, however that transpires with you, the end result will still be the same. So, we need to try and practice when we get in that state to not allow ourselves to get all stressed out because it's a waste of energy. because whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen anyway. We just need to take a deep breath and do what we know. That's it. All right. Cool. All right. So that's our money card there, manifesting money. Let's see what Velma has to say for us today, okay? Let's see. Okay. If you let your defenses down, your flesh will always choose the lower carnal things that eventually lead you to destruction. We are living in a time when anything goes and can become desensitized to the raging immortality, violence, and sensationalism that we're subjected to on a daily basis. Keep your guard up to maintain the form of godliness that we are called to. Hello. Internal. Hey, Dawn. Internal. Be who you are. Seek that internal voice, that internal strength that we all have access to. It's there. Oh my gosh, I've been listening to a series from Hay House, Louise Hay's company. She's no longer with us, and actually I learned of her after she was no longer with us, but I just am in love with that woman. She was all about love and just making sure everybody was loved, felt loved, knew how to love back, all of that. Anyway, there is a series that I'm listening to in the mornings now for 7 days. I can't remember what day I'm on. I think I'm on maybe the 4th. Yeah, I was on the 4th day today. And it's with Wayne Dyer. And oh my gosh, guys. It's so awesome. I just believe, you have to constantly feed yourself. There's so much out there for us that unless we continue to feed ourselves, it may not get in there. So anyway, it's pretty awesome stuff. I'm pretty excited about that. Whoa. Okay, so these are cards from Louise Hay and Robert Holden. And the name of it is Life Loves You Cards. Okay. I had to fit some love in there somewhere, because after all, love is my word of the year. I always have hearts in everything that I do, and I usually like to make them pink. But that's my word for the year. So here we go. Let's see what we're going to add to this message this morning on this fabulous Friday. And I felt like we could handle a little bit more on Fridays because it is the weekend. Boy, these are sticky. And so we have a little more time over the weekend to really think about this message. Okay? All right, here we go. I choose to live with ease. Okay, so, earlier I was talking about how things happen for a reason and you just need to take a deep breath and do what you know. To me, that sounds like living life at ease. I don't know. What do you think? All right, here's what they have to say. Life does not have to be as difficult as you sometimes make it. Complete this sentence. One way I could let my life be easier is taking a deep breath and just doing what you know. That's my sentence of the day. Anyway, cool. So we know that you set your own standards of financial well-being. We're going to do it with ease. We're going to do it with what we know, right? And we're going to seek divine intervention with it all. Okay? I hope you guys enjoy that. I really, really love coming to you on these Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And actually, I had been thinking for a few months that I needed to somehow, get away from 5 days a week. This show has evolved, and I don't always know who I'm touching out there, but it's funny when I do run across some of the people that are silently listening to this show, usually on replay, which is great. I mean, I know this. I know that there are many people out there that may be touched that I'll never know. But it's funny when you walk in a room and there's somebody there that looks at you and says hi, and you know that they know you, and you're not sure how they know you, and it's because they've listened to your show, or you are speaking with a friend who you've known forever, right? And they say, oh, by the way, I try and catch you live, and I usually listen to the replay. It's just so cool to know that there are others listening that you just never may even know. Oh, bless you, Dawn. I hope so. I want, this is what it's about. It's not about me. It's about, I want what I have found in terms of learning how to, I know from my teachings and my lessons that you can think your way to being who you want to be. Now, first you need to know who that is. Sometimes we may not know who that is. Sometimes, we really need to find out what our destiny is, because it makes choices so much easier, right? And it's, know that although you may be inspired one direction, it may not be the end result. And you ask, well, why was I inspired to go that direction? There was a lesson there for you. And that's why I always say, embrace your journey. You have to embrace your journey, because if you don't, whatever lesson was there to be learned, you're going to have to learn it with another journey. I want the shortest path to my destiny. That's just me. Maybe you like a long, drawn out destiny or journey. I'm sorry. And, truth be told, oh my gosh, I remember years back when I was being taught the lesson of patience. I used to have very little of it. I mean, almost zero. Anybody who knew me could tell you that's the truth. So, over and over again, I'm being taught this lesson of patience, and to just trust, and to just do, and to just be, right? And so eventually I learned to have patience. But I didn't know then what I know now in terms of just, getting centered from within. And this year has been amazing. And this new year, I know we're only 10 days in, but it has been incredible, because I have opened up my inner being, so to speak. And there's so much more out there, and I've been touched so deeply. It's so hard to explain, but it's so magnificent. But I just want to share that with you. And wow, this Wayne Dyer teaching, one of the things, I've been struggling with my mom's death and just the whole process of it. And, I don't talk about it. It's just something that I struggled with within, and, just reliving those moments, and, wondering if there was something different I could have done. And, it's just crazy. Death and all that is interesting. But through these new teachings that I've been exposed to just this week, I feel so differently about it because of what I'm learning. And if I can share just a little piece of that, then I'm happy to. Oh my gosh, it fills me up to know that I can share what has been given to me. Give you patience now. Dawn, you're so funny. No pun intended, right? So anyway, I lost my train of thought there for a hot second, but guys, you're just a miracle in and of yourself. You are unique. You have gifts. We are all of the same energy. We are all love. There's that word again, right? Is it no secret why my word this year is love, and why love keeps coming into the picture with me? What we think about manifests, guys. It just does. So we have to be really careful on what we think about. We have to be really careful what we tell ourselves. Oftentimes we tell ourselves, oh, you're fat, or, oh, this or that, and your subconscious mind absolutely takes that to heart. It doesn't know right from wrong, because most of the time when we say those things about ourselves, it's really not true, right? Now, I may be fat, but that's not who I am. Does that make sense? And here these trainings and teachings and webinars, whatever that you want to call them, videos that I've been watching, and this woman who came back from outer body experience and was in stage 4 cancer, and just hearing the story of how there is no pain in that other realm, okay, gave me a sense of peace about my mom. And, it hurts when we lose a loved one because they're not with us anymore. But I'm learning that they really are with us still. And there's a big comfort for me in that. And you can all think I'm crazy and believe what you want. It's not, I'm not here to tell you how to think. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? In fact, I want you to think for yourself. That's what this is all about, because so many of us, all of us, are told how to think from a pretty young age. And that gets in the way of finding out who you are and who you're meant to be. And that's what I want you to get to. It's not about what I think. I only share with you because that's my responsibility. Hopefully that sparks something within you to find that for yourself. That's what I'm here for. And that's my calling. And you guess what? You get a calling and you got to answer it. It's going to call again and again and again if you don't answer it. So, all right, guys. Oh, a financial tip. Okay. So, here I am. I'm just wondering, you'll have to let me know what you think about these tips, because they almost feel maybe out of place. So maybe we won't do them anymore, but I'm going to give you a quick tip. It's something that I've experienced, and so I got pretty good at it, and so I'm going to share it with you. So one little tip before we go in regards to your financial whatever life. One, I know there's a lot of philosophies out there of credit and that you don't need it and this and that, but I'm here to tell you, the way our world works, you absolutely need to be in charge of your own credit and to know how to make it healthy. Okay. And oftentimes you don't have people that share with you the real truths about that and how important it is. We're all about the quick fix in this world, aren't we? And, there's people out there that are part of credit repair companies, and I'm not here to judge them. My philosophy is a little different in that I know that if you would take the same money that you would spend with somebody who wants to repair your credit, which is temporary, by the way, they don't tell you that, and put that money towards bettering your credit, you can do that. And it's much more beneficial, and it's lasting. It's not a temporary fix. You can do this. It's just that we all want everything now. We want it quick, and that isn't always the best way. So that being said, my little tidbit for today is there are 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and you are entitled to a free credit report every year by law. You have to be careful because there's people that don't have your best interest at heart out there, and they have websites that if you search, you might get into the wrong one for this free credit report, because it is indeed free. Now, the bureaus will try and sell you a service, and if it's something you want, great. You don't have to spend money, and until you really learn and understand your credit, I say don't spend money on anything like that. But here's the deal. Every 4 months, get on a cycle. Get one of your bureaus every 4 months throughout the year. Okay? And then, you'll cycle through, and you'll always be making sure your credit's in line. It's where it's supposed to be. But pick one bureau and do it every 4 months. The next bureau, and then the next bureau. And keep doing that every single year, because you'll get a free report every year. And what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that everything on there is accurate. And if it's not, you need to work on fixing it. Hey, Pam. Okay. And then, so every 4 months, you're going to be working on making sure this credit report of yours is clean. Now, there's a ton more about your credit. That's just one little tip for today. I will put the link to the correct place to go to get your free credit report by law every single year so that you don't end up in the wrong place. All right. I do have a credit course that I did last year. I was working on it last year at this time. It was a lot of work, but I think it's great. I'll put that link there as well if it's something that you want. But my tip, make sure your credit is reporting accurately. That's the tip for this Friday. Okay, guys? All right. Hey, Carla. So, go out. Have an amazing day. Spread some love. Reach out to somebody that's been placed on your heart. That's a calling, guys. Remember, we need to answer our callings. And if there's somebody on your heart, you're being called to reach out to that person. Okay, so do it. Don't ignore it. You may regret it. All right? All right, I love you. Peace. Have an amazing weekend. I hope that you've enjoyed today. And we'll see you on Monday. Motivational Monday. Love you guys. Bye now.